Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. It just hit the proverbial fan because we just found out multiple things. We found out that Mom is pretty much, 10 steps ahead of everybody? Well, at least 5.
I had a bad feeling about that.
Yeah, and then of course...
She's at least 1 step ahead right now.
And then of course, Sister is now...
I think what she did
no
just
more.
gave her a card for basically like, I am now 15 steps ahead, and this is going to get really bad. Like, my prediction for this episode is Ray is going to start telling Norman that it's like, me and you got to go. Like, we got to leave her. Like,
yeah.
It's the only option at this point.
And then of course...
Norman's going to say, fuck no, we have to come up with a new plan.
Well, Sister's dead. Also,
she said that Norman's ship date was set. What does that mean? You know, because previously she was telling Ray that he would be shipped out next.
Yeah, so it was a switch up.
So it's Norman's ship date. Like she said, something until tomorrow. So is Norman's ship date tomorrow? Like,
I don't know. That's weird. But now, homegirl got her leg broke. Or at least dislocated, because from what it looked like, that
looked pretty broke to me.
Well, no. I've seen dislocations. Dislocations.
I don't know how you can dislocate this part of your leg.
No. It's right here. It was at her knee.
I edited it. It's right here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so her shin is effectively.
Yeah, it's a shin snap.
So effectively, she has a spiral chorial fracture, which is the same injury that Alex Smith had. And Anderson Silva. It took Anderson Silva over a year to recover from it, and Alex Smith, it's been almost 3 years now, and he still hasn't fully recovered from it. It is a tremendously, devastating injury.
It's maybe it could have been dislocated from here, and that made all this turn red, but, it looked like it was, right there. So.
Well, if it is mid-shin, it is more than likely a mid-shaft chorial fracture, but if it is up here at the knee, and it's turned sideways, that odds are that could be more of a dislocation because...
What I'm assuming is since she was in the same martial arts classes probably as Sister Crone that we were seeing in her flashbacks.
Yes.
Is it was probably something along the line of she pushed her back off of her and she... kicked and stepped on that part of her chin.
Well, yeah, it's effectively the same thing Tony Jaa did in The Protector.
Because there's not many ways with a person that much shorter than you to do anything hands-wise that quickly. So I'm assuming it was a pushed her back and then just stepped right below her knee, on her leg.
Yeah.
And you being that much bigger than her, obviously that would probably snap your shin.
Oh, it would devastate it easily.
It would either snap your shin or it would make your knee bend backwards, which is just as bad pretty much.
Keep in mind, none of these kids have hit puberty yet, so their bodies have not developed the same way as an adult's. An adult's body and the bone density goes up tremendously the older you get. Yeah. And it peaks, for men, I think it peaks at the age of 28, 29, and then after that, the bone density stops. For women, it actually goes a lot longer. For some women, it goes up until 35, which is amazing. And that's actually one reason why they say female fighters, like UFC fighters, usually have their best years in their early to mid 30s, whereas for male fighters, it's in their mid to late 20s. Let's see how bad the shit is hitting the fan in this episode. This is Promised Neverland, episode 9. Here we go. That's what I was afraid of. There was going to be something impassable, or there were going to be creatures at the wall that the wall was keeping out. Oh, Christ, dude. Oh, that sucks. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Situation just went from bad to worse. And now we know. Now we know why why he came back. Christ.
I guess Sister Crone didn't even know about that.
But he found what Sister Crone had. Maybe, I'm thinking, if anything, Norman found that, and he wanted to see if their plan could work because that was the less risky one, but the one that Sister Crone left behind was the more risky one. I don't know what Sister Crone had. That's still...
It's something that's ammunition against Mom, supposedly.
Yes.
Because I remember her saying, this is Mama's weakness. So she has a weakness of some kind. We have no clue what it could be. She apparently wasn't able to use it in her situation, but who knows what the difference is between her situation and the kid's situation, and Norman may be able to use it last second. I don't know.
Well, if it's something Pavlovian...
I'm going to be really pissed if Norman's gone, though. It's going to be like a Gurren Lagann to me. At least he made it most of the way through the first season, but still, shit, if so.
Well, yeah, at least it wasn't like, oh...
It wasn't like 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
Sorry if you haven't seen Gurren Lagann, but there's
a character.
I didn't say the character, at least. So.
Yeah, but just know this. Prepare for death.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentally prepared myself for losing these characters. Like, I always see all the scenarios in my mind. The one I don't want to happen is very slowly. It's very slowly approaching that. I don't think it's going to reach that, but there's always the chance that it does. And if it does reach that, this show is very engaging, but if it goes that route, it can kiss my ass. Because, God, there's always so much darkness and depression I can take before eventually I'm just like, I just want to lay in the sun and not leave it for X amount of time.
Yeah, I can't remember. This isn't one of the shows we've been watching that has finished on manga, is it? That was...
I don't know.
Demon Slayer is finished, and there was another one we were watching that just finished recently.
I don't know.
I think this might be it.
Maybe.
But I don't remember.
If so, I haven't read the manga. That's the thing. I haven't even looked up.
I'm just kind of thinking, with a show like this, if you want it to have any kind of longevity in terms of remaining in the feel that they've established so far, and not having to basically completely change up the feel of the show at some point, your only option to maintain that hopelessness is to eventually kill off beloved characters, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because when you open the show with a sense of despair in terms of killing a cute kid, basically picking the cutest kid and killing him off as this show's going to be dark as fuck and anything can happen type thing.
Yeah.
It's been a long run of everybody being all right, everybody trying to plan how they're going to do this, trying to play around unexpected circumstances. If it's going to maintain that same vibe of this is a dark fucking show, at some point you're going to lose a character you care about.
Yeah, I accept that. And
they're doing it in a more psychological way than Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan out the gates is this is going to be a dark show, and then it maintains that. And it's not until you get to season 2 that is we're going to tap the brakes a little bit and not completely fuck up your emotions for this season.
Yeah, well, it's because they were character building at that point. They were fully character building.
It was almost like they, like I said with Attack on Titan, it's almost like with Attack on Titan, they introduced a very large pool of characters just to give themselves room to be this is dark and filled with danger by killing off 2/3 of the casts in the first season.
Well, yeah.
And then once they got it down to these are the ones that were meant to be all the main characters, they pumped the brakes on killing somebody every 5 minutes. You know,
yeah, and that's when we character built.
This is more I feel going to be a very heart-wrenching show in terms of maybe once a season, someone we really care about is probably going to die.
Probably.
If Norman dies next episode anyways. If not, then I'm going to be... if somehow he gets out of this, I'm going to be potentially they just did that at the beginning to set that mood, but technically we do have a lot of plot-armored main characters that we probably don't have to worry as much about. But,
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way about these characters right now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that Ironclad just said, yeah, they're going to live.
Emma's leg being broken was a hint. It was trying to remind you, like, there is still a very imminent danger here, and like even though these characters have made it for 9 episodes without dying, there's still imminent danger, of course.
Well, of course. I mean, Emma's the most, and plus taking out,
and also that Cliff thing is like everything is not going to go their way. It's very heavily established, like everything is not going to go as they planned, despite how intelligent we made them out to seem at the beginning and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, here's to hoping that, you know, next episode we
something goes their way.
Something goes their way, because right now
Norman has an alternate plan in mind.
Because right now the dominoes are falling and they're all leaning, and all of them are stacked against the kids. So we'll have to see that in the next episode. So hopefully we'll see you there. So I guess until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.
Rip and tear until it is done.